You guys, I don't know what to do because the lighting is not the best. So I have to be like this close for it to look relatively good. So I've done a lot of reading the past month. And we're gonna talk about Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. I have to get the deluxe edition because it's the best version. It has the blue pages, and the back looks like this. I think it's been a year since I read Dune Messiah. This is how the interior art looks. And then the back. I think that's supposed to be the preacher. I think that's supposed to be Paul Atreides, the preacher. I'm not sure, but it is beautiful. And then on the inside, it's really cool. It says, "Only I will remain. Only I will remain." And then the back. And then the spine. Really pretty. I completely ruined the pattern that I was having of this version of the series because this book was just too pretty. So basically, this book I feel like was unnecessarily long, and I feel like it's already fading from my memory because I read it like 2.5 weeks ago already. I just haven't had like the time to make a review, so I'm doing it now. Spoilers, obviously. I don't even remember where we left off with Dune Messiah, but I just jumped into this. And this one, we have Alia. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Alia, which is Paul's sister. Alia kind of starts going crazy. She is referred to as an abomination because her ancestral DNA lineage of all the consciousnesses are within her, and they're all fighting to kind of control her because she was born with, what do they call it? The holy water or the moving water or something like the living water. When Jessica had the living water, she consumed it while she was pregnant with Alia. So it like made her kind of go insane. So she's going insane. And then Paul and Chani had 2 kids, 2 twins. That's why it's called Children of Dune. Duh. This is Leto II, named after Paul's father, and this is Ganima. And honestly, like, long story short, I'm just gonna give you like the meat and potatoes. She ends up being with what's his name? It starts with an F. Faradin, I think that was his name, Faradin. She ends up being with Faradin, I believe it was, and then I think Alia ends up being with Duncan Idaho, I think, or was it the other way around? I don't even remember anymore. I don't know, these books are like so complex, but not too complex, but I thought it was good, but I feel like, we'll get into it. This one's not what I thought it would be. I don't know. So she ends up being with, I believe it's Faradin, I think so. Oh my God, I already forgot. And then he ends up doing like the ultimate sacrifice. Him and his sister basically see the future of what Paul saw as well. And so they saw that there was going to be chaos and the only way for there to not be chaos was to make sure there was peace in the entire universe. So the planet of Dune basically starts growing a lot of green, a lot of lush, and so it's killing out the sandworms. And so Leto II sees it within himself that he needs to do the sacrifice to keep the worm species like alive, because they're dying out by not living in the sand anymore. So what he does is he kind of like, I don't know what the word would be, like hybridizes or like merges, I guess would be the right term. Because the reason I started reading Dune was because I wanted to get to the weird stuff, and I wanted to see like what all the weird stuff was about. So this was finally getting to the weird stuff. He merges basically with the sand trout or sandworm, and over the process of thousands of years, which it doesn't get into it here, it gets into it in the next book, but he kind of starts hybridizing with the worm. So he eventually becomes like a full worm so that the species of the worms can survive. And then eventually he will birth human worms, worm humans, whatever. And so he saw that as ultimate sacrifice for all of humanity in the universe. So through that, he becomes emperor of the entire Dune universe. And he has the consciousness, remembrance, or memory of another leader from several thousands of years ago that kind of forced peace upon the universe. And he kind of did it like with an iron fist. And so he was like, you know what, I'm going to do what he did, because we cannot be at war anymore with the Harkonnens, House Carino. All of that needs to stop. So he literally took that as like, let me be the savior of humans. And so that's what he did. And that's how he became God Emperor of Dune. Spoilers ahead. She ends up dying from going crazy, kind of. She falls off like a ledge or like a cliff, and dies. And like kind of no one cares. Jessica is just like there, part of the Bene Gesserit breeding program. Like, they're so weird. And then who else dies? I think Duncan Idaho dies, and I think Stilgar dies too. 2 other people die. She had like another lover, Jax. I forgot what his name was already. Oh my god, it's because I'm reading like I've already read like 2 books. I've already read like 2 or 3 books into this one, so I'm just like, my memory is like all over the place. Sorry. But yeah, she goes crazy because the Baron Harkonnen basically like takes over her, and she just goes crazy. So there's a lot more that goes into it, but I'm not going to explain the whole book. Just read it for yourself. I thought it was good. And then I immediately, when I finished reading this, I immediately bought God Emperor of Dune, but back to the normal style that my other first 2 books were. So it's completely opposite of this. So this, I don't know. This is from Golanx. Is that how you pronounce it? The publisher. This is how the spine looks. God Emperor of Dune, it's the 4th book. It's obviously much smaller than this other one. Much smaller, but I love the pages in this so much. I'm like at page 100 in this, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep reading it. It's just like I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep reading this. I don't know. So he's obviously like God Emperor now, and it's 3,500 years in the future from Children of Dune. So it's very, very, I've never had a time jump like that in any book I've ever read. So it was a lot to get used to, but it's not too crazy. I don't know. He's like almost fully a worm. Like, I don't know, maybe like 70 to 80%, I think, at this point. Like, it's a long metamorphosis. But I don't know if I'm going to keep reading this because I'm just like, it just feels like the same thing as like book 3. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I'm finally getting to the weird part. So I'm like, maybe this is my sign to keep going. I don't know if I'm going to keep going with this. I don't know. But I'm going to try to push through it. I don't know, but I stopped at page 106 so that I can read Binding 13, which is a book that I'm currently reading. But like this one, I don't know, you guys. I don't know, so don't expect a review on this one. But if there is a review, then you'll be surprised because that means I thought it was good enough to continue going. But like if I'm not reading this, I do have 2 other books that I have already here physically to read, but then like I don't know what to read after that. Well, yeah, actually I was going to read Secret History. It's actually on the way. Hopefully that one's good. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. But this one, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying it, okay? So I hope it gets better. I don't know, the reason I'm saying it's just because I feel like it's like the same thing over and over again. And it's just like, he's like hoarding the spice, and then he's like this like aristocratic ruler, like very annoying. And he has like a hoard of spice, and it's just like if anyone attacks him, if the Bene Gesserit attack him, if the Spacing Guild attacks him, if anyone attacks him, they will eradicate themselves, because he has set it like a trap where if anyone attacks him, he completely destroys all the spice that he has hoarded up, and he has the only left spice in the universe, apparently. And so it's like a self-destruct button, kind of, and it would destroy the whole universe, because that's what makes everyone semi-immortal and also youthful, and also it's what helps them travel, you know, the universe, the spice melange. So I don't know, like I really, 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 really want to like it, but it's just like okay. But I don't know. I heard a lot of people say that this one's the better one because it has more action than anything. But I'm like, there's barely any action. And then it's also trippy what they're doing with the Duncan Idahos in this one. Like he kills one, and then there's like another copy, like the clones. It's crazy. But yeah, that's my review of Children of Dune. I thought it was good. So far, I think this one was better than this one. I know a lot of people think the opposite, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just love this one so much. It's so pretty. Look at how nice it is. I like never want to sell this because it is so beautiful. It's like that for all the pages. Oh, and I barely realized that, well, I think that's what they did, that it's blue to reflect the fact that when you're addicted to the spice, your eyes completely turn blue, like even the whites of them. So I think that's what they do it, because the second and first books that are deluxe edition have the blue pages too. But this is the furthest that they've gone with the deluxe edition, I feel like, because maybe people don't want to even bother with the 4th. Or else maybe I would have gone the deluxe edition. But I like this copy too. Like I think both are really cool in their own way. Completely different, but really cool in their own way. But I would recommend Children of Dune. Definitely not a lot of action, but it's more like drama, space opera drama, literally. So if you're into that, then I would probably recommend it. But if you're not, then I won't. or I don't know, you just have to figure it out yourself. And then the next video that I'm gonna have right now is the April book haul. So those books will be included into it, just to throw them into the mix. And okay, bye.